OMAC number 2, written by Dan DiDio and Keith Giffen, art by Keith Giffen. Oh boy, OMAC's back. Hooray. Last issue, we left off in a desert. OMAC had just escaped Cadmus, and Brother Eye Satellite talked to Kevin Cho, aka OMAC, and revealed his existence. And this issue literally picks up immediately afterwards, giving the audience, and I assume Kevin, the explanation of what OMAC is. OMAC is a virus that blends together biology and technology. It creates the one machine attack construct, which definitely isn't what OMAC always meant, but whatever, that's what it means now. His body can transform into an unstoppable weapon answerable only to Brother Eye, and now they have to do whatever Brother Eye wants. So Kevin's hearing all this through his phone, and then he's just like, no, and he leaves his phone in the desert and walks away into town. Brother Eye seems to be upset with that. Cut back to Cadmus, which is now being investigated by Checkmate, a clandestine organization that works with every country on Earth to keep the peace, I guess. They're just investigating what happened here, but Cadmus isn't exactly being cooperative because they're Cadmus. Some dude is fighting robots at the Checkmate headquarters. I'm assuming that's underneath Mount Rushmore, because we just get... It doesn't give any backing detail to that being the case, but it just shows Checkmate people, and then it shows Mount Rushmore, and then it shows more Checkmate people. So, sure, it's under Mount Rushmore. Anyway, this dude's name is Sergeant Steele. He's fighting some guys, and I guess he's a head operative or something like that, or some enforcer for Checkmate. And as soon as you hear Cadmus isn't playing by the rules, he goes and he helps out or something like that. We don't really deal with him anymore. Cut back to Kevin in the town of Wayne, Texas, a tiny little small town. Brother Eye is contacting him through things like TVs and radios and stuff like that. He tells Kevin that he's dehydrated and low blood sugar. He has to go get something to eat. He walks into a diner, asks for some coffee. Brother Eye's contacting him through other people's phones, and Kevin's just trying to ignore him. Cut to a police headquarters, and an FBI bolo alert goes out. There's someone on the FBI most wanted list has been spotted here in town, and it's apparently at Susie's Diner, aka where Kevin is. So Kevin realizes that he doesn't have any money. He can't pay. Susie talks to the dishwasher, and he's like, hey, or not, I assume he's a cook or something like that, but anyway, he's like, hey, do we have room for another dishwasher? And he's like, yeah, I haven't washed a dish in a week, send him back. And all the sheriff comes up, and they've got the place surrounded with guns. And then the chef reveals that he is like a Cadmus mutant as well. He sees all the police surrounding them, and he's like, guess they found me, and he hulks out. But what's weirder is that's also the one that the FBI bolo alert was about. Kevin has nothing to do with any of this. Is just another thing going on. I was confused. It literally has a panel here of Kevin going, am I missing something? I thought so too. It's just another thing going on. Anyway, I forget what his name is. Rocker. He goes by the Amazing Man. He's able to absorb basically anything, it seems like, and take on its properties and its power and whatever. Kevin's like, what's going on, Brother Eye? And Brother Eye talks through the phone. He's like, you got to activate. So he activates, which I still think is dumb, but whatever. So the dude's going after one of the sheriffs. OMAC grabs him, throws him to the ground. They start fighting. Amazing Man. Basically, it's just like, Cadmus ruined my life. I just wanted to live a quiet life out here, but they forced me into experiments, and you shouldn't be fighting for them. It takes the second where he throws some rocks or whatever at Amazing Man, which only makes him stronger. But then Brother Eye tells OMAC that his eyes and ears still work the same, so he should try to blind him. He does. He takes him down. And then the Amazing Man's like, why didn't I think of this sooner? And he grabs OMAC's arm and is like, I'll just steal your technology. But in doing so, he gets the OMAC virus, and Brother Eye's just like, cool, now I've got control of you too. And he just teleports him away for later use whenever he needs him. OMAC gets teleported off the scene. He's taken to a bus station. I don't know why they didn't just teleport him to where they needed him to go. but he's taken to a bus station so that he can ride a bus. He takes someone's headphones so that he can talk to Omak, and Omak says, or not Omak, Brother Eye. Brother Eye says that he's taking him to one small little detour to take care of something. Cut back one last time to Cadmus. Someone is chewing out Cadmus for not having everything under control and how the Omak virus is in the mainframe and Brother Eye is out. And it's revealed that the person who's, I guess, in charge of Checkmate and is also funding Cadmus is Maxwell Lord, who, if you just started with the New 52, means nothing, but who boy are they playing it up to be a really big reveal here. So that doesn't make a lot of sense for new readers, but whatever. That's where we leave off. A couple things of note here. There's one part in here where Rocker makes a tornado and he tells Omak, literally, "Tell me, do you breathe?" And I'm like, okay, guys, hold on right now. Hold the phone right now. Art is still really not my style. I know they're imitating Jack Kirby. I'm aware of this. I know that's the style they're going for. But Kevin Cho literally looks like a Neanderthal in every panel he's in. And it's just not a good look. There's a couple people where it works for, mainly monsters, but for the most part, I'm not a fan. Also, they got this swirl thing going on for Omak's mohawk, and it's just the exact same effect every panel with no change. It just, like, they just stretch it and skew it to make it fit the shape of his mohawk. Overall, I mean, Checkmate's a thing. I like the writing a bit more than I liked issue 1. The art's still a little bit iffy. It's setting up more of a story, whereas the first one just felt like, oh, we're just going to bash through Cadmus and show off a couple things. This one's actually setting up a story, so I'm fond of it in that. I'm going to say this is 5.5. It's average. It's okay. It's got a couple things going on. The art really drags it down for me. If this looked good, it'd probably be a hell of a lot higher. But no, 5.5 for Omak number 2, and I guess we'll see if it continues an upward trend. If so, by the end of it, it should be the greatest comic I've ever read, but I highly doubt that that's going to happen.